Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater, Aristophanes continued to track a pride of dire lions and observe the way they hunt for several days before encountering a rhino caught in a tornado. After trying to attack it, was gored and knocked unconscious. Meanwhile, Viva Caligula on the other side of the island started a fire with his pants and escaped the Thry Hive. Fortiga got a note from the HPI telling her to stop wasting time and return to the office, but was ambushed by an Orm Vorax and axed herself in the face in self-defense. Alec Holland spent time with his roommate, the Bronze Wizard, and traded magical knowledge. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues. Alright, so you just graduated college, you talked to your professor and stuff, and you're going to be now offered a chance to join. One of two groups will approach you when you graduate. The Hedge Wizards will approach you and offer you a position as a Hedge Wizard, and the Earth will approach you and welcome you to join them in service at their temple. So the Hedge Wizards will offer you a job, and the Earth will offer you salvation via a pamphlet they hand you. And the pamphlet, yeah, roll a perception check on the pamphlet.
I had 22.
22, yeah, that's enough to read a pamphlet. Yeah. This pamphlet warns against chaos. They are a group that is here to fight against chaos. And their church is in service of fighting the chaotic influence in this plane.
Yeah, that doesn't agree with my beliefs as a follower of Sun Wukong at all. So, the Hedge Wizards will be like, what's the big? Because I don't know what that means.
The Hedge Wizards, seeing you as a successful graduate of a wizarding school, you have learned at least 4 spells. If you are able to obtain a crystal sphere and a pair of small magnets, so as long as you're able to obtain these 3 items on your own, you can also do this telekinetic sphere as long as you have these 3 items in front of you.
Oh.
It is 1 foot in diameter per level of the spell you cast, so you have to use one of your spell slots to cast the spell, as long as you have this crystal and these magnets, and are saying the magic words. Maleki hi, meheki ho. It lasts for 1 minute per level of the spell you cast, so same thing. If you cast a level 4 version of it, it'll last for 4 minutes and be 4 foot. And the fun thing about this is that anything caught inside the globe are made weightless.
Cool.
Which means you can telekinetically lift them. You can move it by concentrating on it. You begin moving the sphere 1 round after casting the spell. So the round you cast the spell, you couldn't do anything, but the next round you can move this object or person or whatever you're casting this on up to 30 feet per round.
Is there any way to... I don't have a lot of money left, but is there any way to purchase those things, like, in town?
Those things are purchasable in town. Those are pretty normal items in a wizard town. You're not the only guy casting the spell. A normal crystal sphere is like 150 gold for just a plain quartz crystal sphere, small, but you can still use it for the spell.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Probably a little larger than your fist. And you can buy 2 small magnets for probably 10 gold.
160? I don't have good charisma. I want to do Eagle Splendor real quick.
Yeah. You're at the market. You know what you're getting yourself into. You can prepare for this. This is a battle. That's the beauty of stuff like this. You can, prepare for it.
Okay, so that's only a 14 with Eagle Splendor for
Right. It's not great enough to get a discount, but the guy likes you. It'll throw in a 3rd magnet, no extra charge, in case you lose one.
I love magnets.
Yeah. So you got 3 magnets and a crystal sphere.
And then I'd like to go to the Hedge Wizards and, what was the big...
Alright, so the deal is, if you sign up for service, protecting the illusion that is foe, a town that you have previously visited, but if you sign up in service, tending the hedges is what they call it, so helping maintain this illusion, they will give you a Hedge Wizard cloak for the School of Illusion.
At this point, I'm liking the magic.
Never hurts to have extra magic.
And I don't even think I'm smart enough to be like, what does that do? I think it'd be like, magic cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is, you're just gonna be, trimming imaginary bushes, which is up your alley anyway.
Sounds amazing. Yeah, that is something I'd definitely be into. How do they feel about drinking on the job is another thing, because, I might have to be, running over to check out that bar.
I mean, the thing is that bar doesn't exist, and the drinks there don't actually get you drunk. They give you the illusion of being drunk.
I know, but does Alec really get that?
I mean, probably not. Roll me a sense motive check to see if you would understand. Because if not, I'll let them lie to you and be like, yeah, you could drink at the local bar as much as you want. Because they'll know that you'll never get drunk enough to fuck up at work. But you'll still feel kind of buzzed, so...
That's a selling point. He loves it. He's in.
Alright.
Oh, also, can I go back to Bronze Wizard and see if I can still...
Crash at his pad?
Yeah. And I want to keep on... And at night, when I'm staying there, if he does agree to this, I'd like to be telling him about the benefits of the Flying Leg Hill.
Yeah, he's already interested, so I like that too. But here's what we'll do. So you'll work like 12 hours a day as a hedge wizard for 6 months, and come back home and hang out with your dude, and preach blinding light shit. And I'm gonna let him start following you and join the blinding light guild. You're gonna have to take him back to the blinding light guild before he becomes an official follower.
I wanted to do that.
Once you get him back there and introduce him to Long and all that stuff and make him official, I'll give you another follower if you do this. So for this 6 months, you're gonna spam. And unless you want to do something specifically in this illusion town. But if not, you're basically going to be just like all those other hedge wizards, like wandering around. If someone comes to town, you're going to maintain that illusion that the town exists.
Can I be getting... am I getting paid for, like, how... like?
We're going to say you get paid exactly enough to pay your rent with the bronze wizard.
Can I do some trapping on the side?
You can do some trapping on the side. Roll me a survival check to do some trapping on the side. For 6 months.
It's 19 plus 12, but it's like a 31.
Alright, so let's say you make 310 gold in your 6 months on the side trapping business in your free time. So you spend 6 months trimming the hedges.
Do you think there's someone in this town? I don't have a lot of money still, but do you think there's someone who could cast Shillelagh on my goddamn, on my quarterstaff permanently?
So here's what you need to do. You want someone that'll cast permanency, because you can cast Shillelagh, but you want to find a wizard that can cast permanency. Alright, you are able to find a wizard in the market that can cast a permanency spell on an item. So if you want to cast Shillelagh on your staff, for 300 gold, we have a wizard that will cast permanency upon this spell, upon this item, if you also hand over some valuable information.
Okay.
What do you know? Who do you know? What am I interested in knowing as a wizard?
Well, first I'm going to do a diplomacy, try to get that money down. I got my eagle splinter.
Yeah, I'll say you went to the market again, you knew to cast it, you're a smart shopper.
Yeah. What I'd want to do is be like, yo, they've set up a space station and the moon is full of zombies. That's the information I want to go. Be like,
alright, I like that. That is information that you know, that this guy might not know, and that's all wizards care about.
Cool. And I rolled a 19 on charisma.
And I rolled a 43, which means he didn't know that.
It's a 22, wait,
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. 21, you rolled a 21, and I rolled a 43, which means he did not have that information. He knew kind of about the space station, he knew some of that information, but he didn't know everything you just told him. So you have given him knowledge, so he is willing to work a little bit with you on the price. He'll drop it 80 gold.
So 220?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Alright. For 220, and this knowledge you've given him about what's going on the moon and the space station, you will permanently cast Shillelagh on your quarterstaff. You've been a year in the town of Foci, Viva Caligula, fleeing the burning remains. Well, a lot of the bees are fleeing. You see still signs of life. You don't know if the queen is dead. You don't know. You don't know really what's going on behind you. But you lit this fucking beehive on fire. You see the smoke coming from the jungle. You ran out of the jungle fast as fuck, carrying a big ass honeycomb with you. Honeycombs! Gotta have my honeycombs. You were heading northeastish, I believe.
Yeah. Heading back to the first landmark on the path to the labyrinth of the crystal.
Alright, roll me 5 survival checks, each one getting consecutively harder than the last.
Oh god, first one's a natural 2. So with survival, that's gonna be 9.
Alright, so I have to roll a percentage chance to see what happens to you here, my friend. Alright, you encounter some desert giants.
God damn it.
I'm gonna let you roll a stealth check to not be noticed.
It's another 2!
See? The 2s are contagious!
Well, you know what? I just remembered that I got a hero point and an anti-hero point last game. Oh, yeah, so that's 24 on stealth.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if I beat that or not. I rolled an 18 plus 9, so 27.
God damn it.
But you still have surges.
Oh, true. Yeah, I always forget.
And you're pretty large also, so you're a hard guy to miss in the desert, like walking around this big empty desert. It's pretty flat.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on.
Oh, sweet, perfect. I got a 6 on my first turn, so that puts me at 30.
So that's enough to just barely avoid these large gang of desert giants that seemed like they were moving from one camp to another. They were like on foot. So luckily they passed one way and you were right behind them.
Yeah.
So roll me another survival check to try and find this landmark again after avoiding these giants.
6.
You find yourself lost in the desert.
Damn it.
You can't find the first landmark. It's hot. It's sandy.
I guess I'll do a perception check and look around since I'm lost, see if I can see anything close by. 16? No, 17.
Alright, yeah, you see yourself surrounded by a lot of sand. You start wandering into some... You notice you started reaching, like, hills. You're no longer in what was, like, flat sand and dunes. You do notice that the area you started entering is more rocky. You see hills in front of you. Not something you saw before in the desert. You think you now may have, if you roll me a geography or survival now, gain some more information.
23 on knowledge and influence.
Alright, you seem to have entered the hills, which is a different environment than the desert. And you know the temple was in the desert, so you've somehow wandered out of the desert again, from the jungle into the desert, out of the desert into some hills. So you know you've gone the wrong direction, and whatever direction you're heading must be wrong because you've never seen the hills before.
May I look around, we'll do a perception, see if there's any kind of, like, resting water anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna need some water. And that's gonna be a 19 on perception.
There is a valley between these two large mountains and these two large... One's hill's kind of small, one hill's kind of a little bit larger. And through this valley you see what looks like a very large body of water.
I'll go investigate this body of water. Can I do, like, a knowledge nature to determine the kind of, like, height of which, like, because I'm at the top of the... Am I at the top of the hill, or am I, like...
Yeah, let's say you went to the top of the tinier hill.
I don't trust it. Not one bit.
Don't trust that shit.
Yeah, so I'm
This
gonna...
world's turning you hard, dude.
Yeah. So I'm gonna...
Turns us all hard.
Yeah.
The old D&D world.
Alright, well, I'm gonna descend back
It's not
down the
kind.
hill, back towards the desert, and try and make my way back.
Alright, roll me a survival check.
13.
Alright, so we'll say you make it back down the hill, but then you're not sure where to go. So there's like desert one way, mountains the other way, and that's all you really see.
So I'm just gonna go directly south. Because if I went north and I got to the mountains, then I should go south. You know?
I like it. I like your natural instinct. Roll me a survival check to go south. I'll say at this point your dick has got a sunburn, probably.
Damn it!
It's gonna chafe.
That's
But afterwards it'll be tan. It'll be nice and tan after, so. It's negative and positive.
Gonna peel.
And it is gonna peel. It's gonna be weird for a while.
well, I guess. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, I rolled a fucking natural one.
Oh,
Sorry.
so you're gonna pass out in the sand again. Juan Arbre had entered the town of Foci and was out drinking with some wizards.
Yes.
You guys are at the bar, and Sean, the wizard mixologist, is there. It's a really busy night at the bar. They're playing some heavy metal music. Yeah, it's really crowded there. There was just a big, it's a wizard town. This is where wizards hang out. All the wizards come drink here. Alan's getting drunk with some really tan guy and hanging out with a couple other wizards too. He's walking around talking to people, but you guys are separated by
Really orange tan guy.
the bronze wizard.
I mean, if it's really busy, then I don't want to try and get this guy to like make stuff for me while he's really busy at work. That seems really annoying to do. So could I plan a time to like hang out with him after he gets off work, or
How do you plan on planning a time to hang out with him? Just gonna write it down in your notebook.
Yeah, go meet Sean. So I guess can I go to the bar and then we've already been to the bar and bought a drink, right?
Yeah, you guys were both drinking when we left off, so.
Alright, well in that case, while I'm still standing there at the bar after having gotten my drink, can I just tell Sean like, hey, I see it's like really busy, but I am still like really interested in seeing like if there's any of the stuff that I have that you could do like anything with. I feel like I've been carrying a lot of like bits and bobs around with me and they feel a bit useless. Like, could I come and hang out with you after work? Or like meet up tomorrow or something?
It says I'm here every night. Over the loud music.
But what about every day? What do you do in the day?
Sleeps during the day as he works all night.
There's gotta be some time that I can meet up with him. Like when can we
Any day.
hang out?
Here at the bar where he mixes things up.
Any day at the bar. Alright, so if I come back during the day tomorrow before it gets busy at night.
The bar's only open at night.
Well, I know it's only open at night, but you're here, right?
Sleeping.
Brian, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. If you want, got to mix something. He's a bartender. This is what he does. He's a wizard bartender. Like, if you want to mix some stuff up, give it to him. Don't dilly-dally. Don't wait 11 more days if you don't want to. But if you want to keep coming back every night and wait for it not to be busy to get a bartender to make you a drink, that's your business.
Is it making a drink?
Does that, potions to wizards are drinks. At this bar, you can drink ale, but a lot of them are, drinking mixed. This guy's a mixologist. This is what he does: mix shit together, make shit out of it.
Okay, well, can I just like read you some of the things, or like tell you some of the stuff that I have, and see if like any of it would be worth doing anything with?
Right, but yeah, list things.
A vial of Glorbnock dust.
Oh, your Glorbnock dust. That's gonna be a rare one. Do you give that to the bartender?
Well, I'm not giving him anything. I'm telling him what I have to see.
So this bartender's really busy. He doesn't have time for you to list off every ingredient you have in your bag. Like, you can hand him some things and he can make something out of it. Or
okay.
This is a busy bar.
Sorry, Ryan. I didn't realize how this works.
Thought I made it pretty plainly. It was busy here.
Well, yes. I mean, you did make that. All right. I'm gonna give him that vial of Glorbnock dust then.
Is that all you give him?
No, Brian. I have to read the rest of it and see what else I have.
He doesn't have all night.
I have 2 Ugula tentacles.
Okay.
I don't know what the Glorbnock dust does though, so I don't know what to match with it.
You can roll things to know things,
All right,
or you can hassle the bartender.
Yeah, can I just like ask him? I guess. What does it do? Like, what does this thing do?
You can't ask him, right? Then you're gonna be asking him. But if you can roll an Arcana to see what you know. Natural 20. What do you know about the Glorbnock, Liz?
Brian, what do I know about the Glorbnock?
You encountered it in your real life. I'm telling you,
Brian,
I'm telling you, know exactly.
I don't remember which one it is.
The Glorbnock was that giant seed from outer space or whatever that you guys sent to another dimension. It consumed a lot of plant life. So you can assume that using this dust will create something that will have a similar effect.
It destroys plants?
It will be a plant-killing agent.
Why would I want that?
I don't know. You're the one handing it to the bartender, not me. You just realized what it is and you pulled it out of your bag. You said, oh yeah, this is the Glorbnock dust from that giant seed that wanted to eat all the other plants and become stronger. You can assume with your knowledge of plants that probably using it in a magic potion will have a similar effect.
Could it... okay. Yeah, I guess can I have some kind of potion made out of that then? I don't know what...
Of just the Glorbnock dust, nothing else?
Well... What does a powdered dragon's dick do? Plus 4 to charisma is what I've got here, so you can like kill something but make it better. That's not a good idea. I mean, I have belladonna, which is also poison.
We'll double down on the poison?
It seems a bit silly. Because the other things are like good stuff, or...
You can just give him the Glorbnock and he can do a Glorbnock something potion with it. He makes it up real quick.
Alright.
He's the world's fastest maker of potions.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so you give him the Glorbnock dust. Alright, so he takes your Glorbnock dust, goes and whips something up, charges you 20 gold for doing it, returns with a small vial of Glorbnock elixir. Poured onto the ground or onto a plant of any kind will destroy all plant life within a 30-foot radius within 2 rounds. He advises you not to drink it.
Yes, yeah. Cool, thank you. I've also got this powdered dragon's dick.
Alright, you want to mix that with anything? Or you just want to give him Dragon's Dick? And...
Yeah, just that. Nothing really.
Alright, for 10 gold, he gives you a charm potion, which has the same effect as a charm spell.
I have a whole bunch of sneezing powder. Can you do anything with that?
Give him all your sneezing powder?
Yeah.
Everything to mix that with?
I don't know. It depends on what I would want to do with it, I guess.
These are pretty straight up potions so far. You can tell Sean's kind of bored by the stuff you've been giving him so far, and he's kind of looking around the bar for other customers he can help.
Yeah, so I guess the sneezing powder and a scent cloak potion? They're both nose things.
Okay. So he makes you a sneezing cloud bomb, which creates an invisible cloud whenever the bottle is opened or broken. Anyone within the 10-foot cloud must make a fortitude save DC 15 or sneeze uncontrollably for 1 minute. The cloud is odorless and invisible.
Okay. I also got Alchemist Fire and Dinosaur Teeth.
Alright.
How much was that?
That's 15.
Powder. Okay.
Alchemist Fire and Dragon's Teeth. He will take that and for 25 gold, give you back. Let me make sure I give you the right name on this, but I believe it's Dragon's Breath.
How many dino teeth do you need? Because I have a fuck ton.
How many?
I mean, I've got 72.
I need all of them.
What? Okay. And of the Alchemist Fire, I've got 8. Need all of those, that as well.
Yeah.
Good God.
Why not?
Ryan.
For 707 gold, he will give you 7 small vials of Dragon's Breath. Well, he'll give you 1 black, 1 blue, 1 green, 1 red, 1 white, 1 brass, and 1 copper. He's in return 40 teeth, but he'll say, if you can give me something, if you can tell me something I don't know, I'll tell you something you don't know.
So there's an invention out on this island that if you put it on a zombie, it's like a bean plant thing. It like lets you. It gives druids the ability to control zombies. It's a thing that's been recently invented that didn't exist before, but now it does.
Okay, he's interested in that. He asks if you have any more information. The more information you give him, the more information he'll give you.
So it's just like a type of bean or something, right? Wasn't it? It was just like normal beans.
Yeah, you just want to give him more bean information.
Tell him about the type of beans, and then maybe tell him, I guess, like about like the zombies if they're like from the moon.
Okay, you've given him a lot of information at this point. So for your information, he will trade you this information. With these 44 dragon's teeth he's returning to you.
44, not 40.
44 dragon's teeth he's returning to you. He will say, if you swallow one of these teeth, it will grant you powers, very great powers. That whenever you swallow the tooth, you'll be immediately polymorphed into a dragon, which will make you a medium, chromatic, or metallic dragon. Brass, probably. So you can't swallow more than 1 tooth a week. Or who knows what might happen. Sean just advises against eating more than 1 tooth a week.
Yeah, well, thanks, Sean. You're really awesome. I'll have another drink and then tip you.
Alright, so another ale is just a gold if you get a plain ale.
Yeah.
And then tip however much you tell me you're going to tip.
Just spend it. I guess one gold for a 100% tip. The best kind of tip. So can you remind me of who the other wizards are that are here that came to drink with us after this fight?
Can I, as long as you don't hate lists. There's Bob the Closet Wizard. There's several hedge wizards, mostly plant domain hedge wizards. Hunky the Yard Wizard, who's a specialist in plants and tools. He's like hanging out with hedge wizards. Sean's at the bar. Russ the Game Wizard is playing cards in the back. Larry the Laser Wiz is running a light show.
Ooh.
The Brain Wizard usually hosts trivia, but not tonight. It's not trivia night. Windy Wizard's there, rubbing a broom up against, in between her legs. The Sorcerer of Sex is, right next to her. Maybe he's the one rubbing the broom between her legs. It's hard to tell. Dale the Dark is there, kind of in the corner. Killer Michael's there, also behind the bar. You can tell he picked out the tunes. Lots of death metal. Thunk is there, the big orc wizard. Thunk is drunk. You got Watlock, the law wizard. He seems to be studying, but he's at the bar also. Crazy Carl's there, and he's acting as you would expect someone named Crazy Carl would be acting.
Yeah, drinking Everclear.
Yep. And the Bronze Wizard's there, like I said, kind of hanging out with Alec and a lot of the other wizards, kind of making, working the room. Seems like a glad, handy, friendly kind of guy. Lots of other wizards there too, but not ones that you know yet, because you met all these ones after that battle you guys kind of walked into when you were looking for the smith.
Well,
and stumbled into their arena.
Yeah, I think that it makes the most sense for me to go hang out or try to befriend what was the name of the one that was one above the hedge wizard? The
Unky the Yard Wizard.
Yeah.
Unky.
Hunky?
Unky.
No, I think it's Hunky. It looks sweet.
No, it is Unky. No H.
Got it. Unky. Okay, so can I go over and
I'll roll a percentage chance to see if he's hunky.
Yeah, I'd like for him to be hunky, please.
I rolled a 61, so he's 61% hunky.
That's not bad. That's more hunky than I am.
Pretty hunky. I don't know. Your Kitsune are pretty hot, right?
Are they?
I thought that you were.
Foxes in general are really
Like
cute.
foxes.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was the thing. Plus, you can change your shape, so you could just be really attractive if you wanted to be.
Yes. Alright, so I guess can I introduce myself to him and be I'm a druid and blah blah. I love fucking love plants and animals.
You fucking love fucking plants. You fuck plants. You plant fucker.
Right, that's
I know.
sentiment.
I know. I get it.
Anyway, I feel like you and I would get along really well. And also, you're probably way better at this plant magic stuff than me, and I feel like that's a part of my practice that I'm lacking in. So, do you think that I could apprentice under you? Is that how school works?
Yeah, that's how the school works.
Okay.
He's not a level of wizard that can have a apprentices yet. He's not a master wizard yet,
Oh.
so he can't do that. But he does invite you back to his place and says if you're looking for a place to stay while you're in town, you're welcome to crash at his pad
Sweet. Yeah.
or whatever. So you're at the bar hanging out with wizards.
Yes.
By the end of the night, you're kind of buzzed. You bought a bunch of potions. Hunky wizard, the hunky wizard.
I had 2 beers, which is kind of a lot for Juwan.
Yeah,
He
whoa.
only has, like, 1.
And they're wizard beers, so to be honest, maybe Sean mixed your beer a little strong.
That would
Because he
be
mixes
nice
all the
of him.
beer. That's how it works here in Wizard Town. None of the beer is real, it's all
Nothing
made of
is
magic.
straightforward. Alright, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna. Can I do a little, like, eye contact? I know that, like, Alec is already, like, way ahead of me in time, but can I, like, do, like, an eye contact-y, like, tap the bracer thing? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home with this dude. I'll see you later.
Call you later. You see Juwan leaving with some dude. You wave.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, get it. Alright, Juwan leaves the bar with Unky.
Can I roll a perception check, see if I hear that?
On your bracer, yeah, is your bracer on Juwan?
So, yeah,
So the channel is still open, so Jacques could hear whatever's going on. You could hear some guy hitting on your sister.
Flirtatious conversation with
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy, yeah. Kid doesn't hear it though, so it's fine.
He might.
Kid
can
doesn't
roll.
have the bracer.
Oh, but he's in the room with Jacques. You guys, they're sleeping in each other's arms, basically.
They're like dead though.
Well, they're
Dead.
both passed out, but they're both passed out for the same amount of time, probably.
17.
You want to roll 1 too, Kit? Let's see if
Yeah.
the noise on the bracer wakes you up in Jacques' arms.
Wait, is Kit still unconscious?
We're about to find out.
16.
16, so he's about as conscious as you are. Neither one of you guys are wide awake, but in your sort of passed out state, you both hear some like background noise. Because it sounds loud. Like whenever you hear, you've heard the background noise of a bar before. It sounds like a bunch of people talking, but it's a general background noise. What did you hear? You hear the background noise of a bar. You might be able to pick out the voice of Juan. You both are sort of stirred awake by it.
That's probably what wakes Kid up. Is like, what?
Yeah, you guys are kind of woken up by the noise on the bracer. Yes, so you guys are both sort of awake right now to this
Juan's
general
flirtatious
background noise.
Turn
Yeah.
my bracer off and go back to sleep.
All right, Jacques turns his bracer off and goes back to sleep. Kit,
Before I go to sleep, I want to wrap my arm around Kit and cuddle with him.
all right.
I got saw a weird uncle thing going on. Right?
Alright, so am I awake then?
You're awake enough to have heard this noise and to feel your uncle's arm wrap around you and squeeze you tight.
Alright, so can I would like to stay awake then, please. And
All right, you sit there with your eyes wide open with your uncle's arm wrapped around you.
I'd like to stay awake, enough of extent, and go try to, like, I guess, can I acrobatics out of his embrace? By...
Yes, but then he gets a reflex save to stop you, or you can stealth out and he gets a perception check to notice you doing it.
I'll do stealth then. So in that case, Kit is going to do a stealthy, like, laying flat down, like, wriggle.
Alright, you're gonna try and wriggle out of your
Yeah.
creepy uncle's arms. Roll me a stealth check, Kit. And then roll me a perception check, Jacques.
16 plus 7.
Gotta be a 23 perception there, Jacques.
Yeah, I got 25.
25. So Jacques does notice you. You notice your nephew trying to wriggle out of your arms. What do you do?
I
Alright, roll me a strength check to tighten. Roll me a competing reflex save to get out in time.
only rolled a 4.
So you squeeze tighter, but Kit still managed to get out just underneath you. But I'll assume that because you're squeezing tighter, you're still awake enough to know he just snuck out of your arms.
Kit, where you going?
I gotta pee.
Don't mind. Can I do a sense motive?
You can do a sense motive. Are you doing a bluff check there, Kit?
Yeah.
14 versus your sense motive there, Jacques.
14.
Ooh, you're not sure if he's lying or telling the truth, but you kind of sense he's sort of lying, but not sure.
So if
You're like right on the
I'm
line. It could go either way.
So if I'm out of his grasp,
I'm
can
gonna be
I
like,
go
Kit,
into the
you
bathroom
know,
and pee?
things got weird yesterday.
Your uncle tries to talk to you as you walk towards the bathroom.
I'm
What are you saying, Jacques?
Keep
I
talking, I'm
know
gonna pee.
things were weird yesterday, but I told your aunt that I'd keep a keen eye on you. You're gonna
You
make
don't
sure
need to
that
watch
you
me
stay out
pee,
of
though.
trouble, you scam. And then I'm gonna whip him with a towel.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna allow it. Let's try to reflex out of the way there, kid.
Yeah, I guess I'd like to try and not
Get hit by a
get
towel?
a flirtatious towel whip from my uncle.
Roll for towel, then.
16.
Yeah, that's enough to sort of like jump out of the way of a towel really quick. Yeah. So Kit jumps out of your towel and runs in the bathroom. I assume you try to close the door behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the door and pee.
All right. Do you want to try to get in the door or not, there,
Why
Jacques?
are you gonna run to the bathroom?
I mean, you
We're
close
just gonna like sit there.
like right outside the door.
He's in the room. I mean, he's like in the bathroom in the room. Like,
Yeah. He's not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
Jacques waits
I thought
patiently
somebody
just
said door
outside the
crack.
door.
Perception check. Is there a window in this bathroom?
Roll me a perception check.
27.
No window in this bathroom.
Fuck.
I rolled a 25.
All right. Since you hear Kit messing around in the bathroom, it doesn't sound like on the toilet.
I'm trying to like. I mean, I've never said Kit went to the bathroom, so I'm gonna assume
You
he's
went
got
there,
like
close the door.
years worth of pee
Saved up.
saved up.
I mean, you can try to pee if you want. Do you want to roll like?
Yeah, can I do a pee check?
Yeah, roll me just a d20 for
Would
a
that be a
pee check.
performance?
Yeah, for sure. Whatever. Anything, whatever you think's funniest, I'll allow it.
Sure.
You just roll a d20 if it's it's a good number.
17.
Yeah, you could piss.
I can pee. I've been sleeping for a while.
You can
Been
pee.
knocked out and hurt. Yeah.
All right, so you hear Kit makes a noise, but then you hear him start peeing after a second. Since you're listening so keenly.
I know he's peeing. I'm gonna go back and sit down on the bed and meditate.
Alright, so while I'm peeing, my perception check was really high while I was seeing if there was a window. So did I notice that there was like vents or anything else? Like anything that I could fit out of?
Not really. I mean, this room's it's wood, so I mean there might be some cracks or crevices. Shitty Old West style hotel you guys are in, so imagine any Old West movie you've seen in the hotels, and it's like that: wood walls, wood floors.
Are you trying to escape?
That's not something you would know.
Sense motive, and then you might.
I roll sense motive.
Damn it.
Oh, natural 20.
Yeah, you sense that Kit's been in the bathroom a little too long, and maybe he's trying to find a way out.
I'm gonna kick in the door.
All right, roll me a strength check to kick in the door.
18.
That's good enough to kick in a bathroom door, at least this shitty one. You kick the door open, and Kit's like looking around there. You see him like looking for cracks in the walls and shit.
What the fuck you doing, kid?
You're really creepy and scary, Uncle Jacques. I'm kind of worried about my personal safety.
Listen, I'm sorry what happened. I was trying to make you money. I apologize. And then you sucker punched me.
Roll me a diplomacy to say I was just trying to make some money. Roll me a sense motive, Kit.
To see if it was actually about the sex.
See if it was about money or if your uncle's really creepy.
20.
11.
Alright, he makes a very good argument, and you do seem to get from your uncle, especially from the things you've heard about him from your aunt.
I mean, it's mostly about that.
It's mostly money motivated. Like, he did some pretty creepy stuff, but you could tell, like, he was
Saucy
only...
poses.
He was mostly in it for the money. Like, you know... It still was kind of a creepy thing to do with your nephew, but he was motivated by greed. And you both need... I think you're both not doing very well financially right now, and he was trying
I'm
to...
not very
Yeah, yeah.
person.
You might have seen that as a quick way to make some money.
I was trying to help you out and make you some money. And, like, that was the only way we were going to make money. And you were down until it got weird.
Yeah, just, the thing that made me not down about it, this is all said in Kit's voice, and I'm going to talk for an extended period of time as him.
But you have to.
The thing that made it, like, really weird was that, like, you didn't talk about it with me, like, consent is sexy, Uncle Jacques.
Alright, so Kid has to talk with you about consent, Uncle Jacques.
Can I use that, like,
I apologize.
the tea metaphor of those, like, British people that made, like, do you want tea? Can I use that?
I give Kit the gold that I got from the guy's pockets. It was $250.
250 gold.
Oh my gosh, this is so much money. I can't even really carry it.
Yeah, it's way more than you can handle carrying. It's way too heavy for you.
So I'll hold on to it in my bag of holdings.
Can I have some of it?
Hold on to it.
How much?
Yeah, you can give him an allowance, I think. I think you talked about the other game, too. You can give him a little bit more allowance.
Yeah.
Fuck, I get an allowance?
How much allowance do you want there, Kid?
So I'll
30 or 40 more gold, maybe even 50. I would let that slide. 50
So
gold,
I
you could probably,
I just
if you don't
have,
mind,
like,
like, lugging it.
100 flat. How about that?
So how much do you have now?
49, so I'm going to take 51.
So 51 gold, Kit will ask for. And you can put the rest back in your bag.
And I'm going to apologize again. Say I'm sorry. I was just trying to make you money. Trying to get us.
I understand that.
Okay, and I got to do what I got to do.
Well, another thing that we could do, I don't know what the hell, like, where Aristophanes is. Maybe we could, like, leave him a note.
You can roll a perception, but you don't see him in the room already. It's pretty obvious he's not in the room,
It's
yeah.
pretty obvious he's not.
You guys don't know how long you've been out, though.
Yeah. So anyway,
Matter of fact, there's like a bill slid under the door for like 4 days of rent for this hotel room. You guys have the
Which
doors
is how
locked.
much?
45 gold.
Fucking hell.
I'm gonna go. Can I go pay it?
Yeah, Jacques will go pay the hotel bill.
Yeah. Wait here. I'm gonna go pay this. I was looking after you after I knocked you out because you sucker punched me, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Yep.
So I got like crazy hurt whenever we got into our fight.
I mean, you've been asleep for 4 days, so you can roll 48.
And didn't Aristophanes like do some like healing-y, stabilizing kind of stuff or something?
I think you tried to, but I don't remember. I don't think it was very successful. But
So
you can roll 48.
48.
48. Make sure you add your constitution modifier each time. So roll a d8 plus con, roll a d8 plus con. Yeah. So plus 4 at the
So
end.
8, 9, 6, and then 1. Okay, so there you go. So I'm just back up to full. I just really wanted to get
Was it only 2 times? Or you have 4.
I know, but I've got.
You're full
I
now?
only have like 9.
Yeah, you have pretty low HP, so yeah.
it's
You're back up to top
Yeah.
HP.
level 1.
Does Kit have any weapons?
Maybe? Why? You gonna sell them?
No, I want to give you something.
Yeah, I do. I think it was whenever Rouge died, and then I got.
So you have a
all
bunch of his
her crap.
mom's stuff. You want to give him like his
So I
mom's
gave
sword and
him
stuff?
A bunch of his mom's stuff. But it's like potions, word recall thing, and it was supposed to take me back to Lontra, which probably works only on.
Anyone that drinks, if it's a potion.
But does it work anywhere? Or is it like
Or is it a
in
scroll?
stores? It's a scroll.
I mean, I think there's a.
I mean, that's
I'd
what
have to
it
look.
was. Got, not,
I'll check
and
word of
Fury
recall. I think
Born
there's a distance.
Scimitar, that's what it was.
Does he have that? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, so that thing. Because the sling, he'd already got a better.
But I think Jacques would recognize that as his sister's sword.
Because I think that I said my story is that the two of us were the babies, and then so I
Yeah.
was like, fuck
But he
this,
would. But
come
so
on.
either way, Jacques would recognize his younger sister's Roge. You would recognize the kid as carrying her sword.
And then a
Where'd you
ring
get
of
that?
protection, which is.
I mean, probably from his mom, because that's his mom.
No, I know, but.
Yeah. But you guys know that Roge died, because Roge died while.
Yeah, by the racist
While you were there.
fire.
Yeah, by the fire
she
in
died
town.
while I was there, so that's why I was able to get all of her shit.
Word of recall is unlimited, any unlimited range.
Okay, so yeah, well, I mean.
And it's not just for you, it's also any touched object or other willing creature that you cast whenever you read the scroll.
Oh, it says I wrote down you and one other.
Yep, you and one other touched object or willing creature.
So I think the thing that Joanne was holding on to this because she was like, if shit gets crazy, she's gonna grab Kit and Peace out.
Yeah, and you guys will always just reappear back in the forest. But you
Yeah,
give that a
we'll
kid as like an
probably
emergency thing.
I don't have it starred here, so that means that I didn't give it to
It means that you have it, Juan.
Yeah, Joanne's
Yeah.
got it. Not him.
But yeah,
So-
you can use it anytime, anywhere. It'll take
Yeah,
you
it's
back to
just
the launcher.
the shield, the ring, and then this scimitar thing.
But Jock notices the scimitar probably.
Yeah. So I've got that, and then I have
Family
the
blade. It's a
Masterworks-
family blade. It's a really nice blade. Your sister got a really nice, it's a Furyborn blade.
Yeah, I think that's probably the reason I wasn't sure whether I was gonna make Kit into like a bad kid or not, because this sword like.
Because
works off of
the
anger.
sword gets more powerful when you're angry. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, those are the things, and
Trying
I
to
also
turn Kit to the dark side.
yeah.
I think you've
I've got
already started.
150 I've got 150 gems to sell.
Yeah, you guys were on your way to the pawn shop when all this stuff happened, and Kit's like, I still have all these necklaces I want to get rid of.
Yeah, we robbed and murdered people one town over for this shit. I'd like to get rid of it.
So Kit
Alright,
suggests you guys try to go find the pawn shop.
Yeah, let's go to the pawn shop, but this time don't bring me to a porn shop. Seeing how it burned down, I don't think we can do that again, unless there's more than one in this town.
Yeah, this place is pretty small. Probably not.
There's probably not more than one porn shop.
Yeah, maybe let's just.
But
roll
remember,
another
the stuff's not written in
linguistics check.
common, it's written in Kelnaran, so yeah, roll a
Yeah.
linguistics check to find the...
But we're both
porn
from...
shop.
No, we're not.
You're not from Kelnar.
No.
Yeah, roll a linguistics check to look for the pawn shop.
Roll the
Tax
19.
bonus, yeah?
19? You found another sign that was similar to the one on the pawn shop, but slightly different. Kit's not really sure because last time he was so wrong. He doesn't want to guess this time, but you,
very confident.
his wise and older uncle are pretty sure this this sign really does say pawn shop.
I like when you threw the older in there.
Go in.
Okay.
Alright, you go into the actual pawn shop.
The actual.
Kit, look, it's not a porn shop.
Excellent. This is much better. This can only get better. There's no way it can be as bad as last time.
Unless you guys burned down the pawn shop too, I don't know.
That's not a goal of the day.
Alright. We'll see. We'll see how it goes from here.
Yeah, alright.
Alright,
Can we,
let's go to the clerk and talk to him.
Alright, so you go up to the clerk. He's behind a counter. He's got like
I tell him that my nephew,
bars in between you and him.
Alright, my nephew has some gems he'd like to get rid of. I'd like to appraise them.
All right.
So
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
do it as well, but even though I don't. Aha! Natural one. I have no idea what any gems are worth.
I only rolled 10.
All right, so you give him to this guy. He puts on one of those like jeweler's eye things. Looks at it really closely. Looks over his gems. Says, "Oh, these are high quality, locally sourced gems, crafted locally." He said, "Wow, you guys sure have a lot of ladies' jewelry." He said, "Where'd you guys get this from?"
My mom died.
Roll me a bluff check. Very
She
good.
left me this good sword too. I don't know if I want to sell this though. Probably just the jewelry because I'm a boy.
We're gonna have to burn this place down again.
This pawn shop owner doesn't seem to be buying what you're selling. He says, "Oh, your mom, huh? So we don't want any trouble from the law in here." He says, "You know, you have any proof that your mom owned this jewelry? Do you have any kind of papers or pictures or anything, really? Kind of documents?"
No, I mean she died, so it wasn't really like a planned bequeath thing. You know?
Can I be honest with him and say that it was like a mass genocide? That a bunch of our people were murdered and
Yeah, can we just start telling the story about how Loantro was just like completely raped over
beaten out and, like,
and burned to the ground?
I mean, that's the truth. That's not where these gems came from. So I'm gonna allow a really low bluff check for both of you.
Yeah, because it's more of like a misdirection.
Yeah,
We're
it's like a
giving-
half truth.
Yeah, we're filling out the story in a different direction. Okay, 21.
All right.
25.
Ha!
Boom! Suck on that, Brian.
He says he'll give you 41 gold.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You want to roll an intimidator bluff or a diplomacy check? And are you fucking kidding me?
Check and say that I know for damn fact that that's worth way more than 41 gold.
Either one.
I mean, yeah, because he was like talking about how amazing they were, and now all of a sudden they're worth nothing.
I rolled a 19.
He says I can do maybe like 97 on this stuff, but really after that I'm trying to make a profit too here. I got to resell this stuff. You guys have no real proof. I mean, I really am sad about your story. I'm sorry your mom died. I really am sorry your mom died, and I want to help you kids out. He says, but really, if I sold them if I gave you more than 97 gold, I wouldn't be able to make any money on myself. This is a pawn shop, not a retail outlet. If you guys want to try and sell them to an individual by yourself, then maybe you get more money. But here at the pawn shop.
I'm gonna bluff check him and be like, alright, well then I guess we'll take our business elsewhere.
Alright, roll me a bluff check. I rolled a 19, so even though I rolled a 19, I'm going to allow you with your natural 20 to outbluff him. So I'm going to roll again. He's willing to give you 116.
I mean, I thought I remembered
I don't
from.
know, kid. What do you think? I'm gonna say that Kitsune to Kid.
Alright, your uncle says
Well,
to you, I
in
don't know
that
what you
case, I'm gonna
think.
be like, they're worth so much more because I think that somehow Aristophanes.
How many did you guys
found
bring?
out That
150.
I have 150 gems.
But how many did you get out of the bag? You didn't bring all 150. You grabbed a handful or whatever, so that thing went in your hand. You didn't bring all 150 gems with you. There was a certain number that you guys brought. You only reached in the bag and like grabbed a handful. I just don't remember what number that was.
I don't think it was much. I think it was like 2. This old bitch was.
But you can take this amount of money for whatever it was you had, or you can leave. This is your option.
I'll take the.
I've already
I'll
haggled
take the
with you.
116.
All right, but you're gonna give that to Jacques because you can't fit that in your bag.
Yeah, I'm making
Alright.
a note here.
I'll take it. I say that to the guy.
All right. Jacques takes the 116 gold and puts it in his bag. You guys have sold some jewelry at the pawn shop.
I high five him.
High five. You guys have made a bunch of money.
Can I ask him if there's any where he knows the closest way we can get a boat and go back to the other island? Like we get off this godforsaken island.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, you're not desert folk, huh?" He says, "Yeah, not a lot of people do too well out here." He says, "Well, the only port on this island is in the city of Telorx. They're the only city large enough to have a decent port."
Shit. I go, can I try to bribe him to give me some knowledge? He's a pawn shop owner. He's gonna be easy.
Roll me like a diplomacy or something. Give me something.
I'm gonna give him a couple gold and try to give us a lead on something.
What?
I'm gonna give him a couple gold to give us a lead on something.
Brad,
Bribe him. Bribe him.
I can give him some money.
I'm gonna put my hand down on the gold that he just gave us to give him 1 gem's worth back of the gold and be like, come on, I know you do. Like, try to bribe him.
All right, so like give him like 4 gold. That's okay. It's a couple beers at the bar just for some information.
There.
So you toss this pawn shop owner 4 gold and see if he'll give you any extra information. He says he's never heard of any other ports on this island. This is the town full of criminals, so if there was anyone that could sneak you off this island, I guess this is the place you should look. It says, look around the bar.
Can I ask if any names are notable that I should be looking for?
He says, well, I'm not one to give out names. He's a pawn shop owner. He's not going to betray his customers, but he's not going to give out any names. But he says, this town's full of shady characters. I'm sure if you wanted to find a way to sneak out of the city, there might be someone here that could help you.
Well, I'll tell him, do you mind if I wait around for a little bit?
It's like hang out in this pawn shop all day.
See if anyone interesting comes by.
Yeah, you can hang out in the pawn shop as long as you guys are browsing and possibly shopping.
He knows that we got money.
Yeah, you got money, so as long as you guys will roll me some bluff checks to pretend to be shopping this whole time, he'll let you hang out there.
Okay.
Roll me some bluff checks to pretend to shop. Unless you're gonna actually shop.
Actually, yeah, Kid could probably use some help.
What does Kid need? It's a pawn shop, it's a good place to buy crap.
Strength. Are there any kind of strength and intelligence?
I rolled a 20.
Alright, well Jacques very well pretends to shop. Kid actually shops. What are you shopping for, Kid?
I don't know, I was thinking of some kind of jewelry or clothing article that gives me strength, intelligence, or charisma. Those are things that I'm lacking.
Nothing like that here, really. I mean, there's weapons, armor, all kinds of basic stuff. Not a whole lot of magical stuff. There's guns, there's ammo, there's weapons, there's armor. It's a pawn shop, not a magic shop. He's not carrying around a bunch of magic jewelry that can make you become super powerful all of a sudden. That's not where you are at.
I was looking to become super.
Can I buy some ammo?
For what?
For that pistol I got off that guy.
Yeah, but you are unable to use the pistol because you are not a gunslinger. You will only be able to perceive it as a confusing magical item. There's a whole bit in the gunslinger thing about how guns don't work for any other people. Unless you take the gunslinger class, they won't work for you. So you have to have at least one level gunslinger, or else it's like a magical item that you're confused about. You can use it one time, but you wouldn't know how to reload it. You wouldn't know how to fix it. You don't have any ability to actually use the gun. This is a primitive world where guns haven't existed very long. You don't have the concept of guns unless you take a gunslinger class to have that knowledge. You are only able to use it one time to fire it, and after that, it's like a broken device after that. So unless you're willing to, next time you level up, take a level in gunslinger, it's a one-use item. You can pawn it. Anything for your bird?
I don't. Oh yeah, do they have bird armor? Dean
Yeah, he's got some bird. He's got some used bird armor
Fuck, I don't have.
of all varieties,
I don't have a sheet. For
shapes,
Dean.
and sizes.
Can I give Kit my pistol?
Yeah, I mean, he can't use it either, but you can give it to him. Uncle Jacques gives you a gun in the middle of the pawn store and says, here, take this gun.
What is this?
You want to take that route? Because I don't plan on being a gunslinger. You could make Kit for me. That'd be badass. That'd be pretty cool.
Gunslinger dream.
Revolver.
So are we hanging out looking for people?
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Yeah. So Kit actually shops for a while, but doesn't find any magical items he's interested in. But you pretend to shop well enough that you guys are there for a while. Let's see if anyone interesting comes in before this guy kicks you out. I rolled a 90.
Hey.
Oh yeah, so some couple of interesting people come in, shady types, selling some other goods that also seem to be gotten by some.
Ill-gotten gains.
I don't know, oh, my mom died. Similar to your story, which seemed
grandma
now that
died.
you guys lied about it. Seem to think these guys are also lying.
My mom really did die though.
Let's say 6 other guys come in that seem kind of shady. That you guys are maybe these guys are criminals that'll help us out.
Or just telling characteristics about them.
Yeah. First guy walks into the pawn shop that you guys thinks is shady. Roll a perception check.
20. Not natural.
All right. So Kit seems to think this guy is shady. He's wearing a bandana. You can't see a lot about him. He seems to be unloading a lot of weapons, swords, knives, things of that nature. He's selling a lot of those to the pawn shop owner.
Okay, next guy.
Says his mom died. You guys aren't interested in this guy?
Well, I mean, you're not gonna find out about all of them and then decide which one to approach.
I mean, they're coming into the store, but they're not all in the store at the same time. This is all you have this chance now, and then the guy's leaving, and this is it. Once this is over, this is over. You can't choose a guy after I name all 6 guys. That's how real life works.
Okay.
These guys are walking in and out of the pawn shop. They're not hanging out all day like you.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, this seems like a weapons dude, not really a escape artisty slave trade kind of dude.
All right, so let this guy leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy sells some weapons. He gets out of there. A little while later, someone else comes in. I'm gonna perception check.
26.
Oh yeah. 21.
Yeah, this guy seems pretty unassuming. He's wearing suspenders. Seems like a pretty normal guy. He's trying to sell some farm equipment.
Farm in the middle of the desert. Where does he get farm equipment from?
You want to talk to him about that?
Yeah.
Or if you're eavesdropping, I guess you get some pretty good perception. You could say you're eavesdropping. He says he comes from West Telorix. He used to own a farm out there, but he gave up farming. Now he's moving out here. He wants to learn how to mine and become a miner and get into the mining trade.
Never mind. Then that's kind of. I mean, Telorix is already the place that we know about.
But that is where the port's at, though. Maybe he has a way to because I can't go back to that city. They have those goggles that can like detect me. They'll see me and arrest me instantly. So I can't go back there at all. But he lives close to there, so maybe he has like a dock at his house or something.
Yes.
He comes from a small farming town on that side of the island.
Is it Modan?
Yeah, he's from Modan. He was a farmer, not a rancher. Roll me a knowledge history there, Jacques. You might recognize the name Modan.
Oh, holy shit. 19.
Yeah, you remember the town of Modan? That's where you got that crazy weird dust from that you slipped in your nephew's drink.
Oh, yeah, no. That's like that's in the middle of the desert.
There's no water in the middle of the desert, Uncle Jacques. Next dude?
This is all in Kitsune, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'll now that you've said that, I'll let you guys assume that. So I wanted to roll a perception check to see if anyone heard it. Although they did, but they don't speak Kitsune, so it doesn't matter. You guys want to spy on the next guy?
Yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah, might as well.
24.
15.
Alright, Kit notices this guy selling a lot of very rare coins. You don't, Jacques, but Kit points out, you think this guy's just selling weird, like, whatever, hunks of metal. But Kit's like, no, those are very rare coins. Those I read about in my history book. Those are old West Lenya coins from before the castle fell.
Oh.
Those coins are over 100 years old. They're probably worth big bank.
This guy is like from another island. Like maybe we should like talk to him and stuff.
Okay.
Those are like old coins from a different place.
You guys come and talk to this guy. What do you say? Roll me some diplomacies and tell me what you say.
9.
What do you say with your 9 there, Kit?
Talk about how cool it is to see foreign coins.
Oh, that's really cool, man. I really like those coins. Look at those cool coins. Alright, so your nephew Kit gets really excited and starts talking to this guy. You can't resist it. Apparently, Kit's really interested in old coins. You didn't know this about your nephew, but he's really into coin collecting, apparently. And is really excited by his coins and even can't help himself. He runs up and starts talking to this guy about his old coins. And you can tell the guy's sort of annoyed. What do you say with your diplomacy roll?
I come up, you gotta excuse my nephew. He has a great interest in coins. Sorry, we didn't mean to bother.
And what was your diplomacy roll?
11.
Alright, yeah. This guy still seemed pretty perturbed by both of you.
Okay.
He's like, I'm in the middle of a transaction here. You guys mind your own business?
Come on, kid.
You guys want to try and catch him on the way out?
And see if I can like ask him like how he got his hands on such really cool coins.
Alright, so as this guy's leaving the store after he's collected his gold for his old antique coins, Kit runs up to him and says, Kit seems to be annoying this guy as he tries to leave the store again. And the guy's like, leave me alone, kid. Do you do anything, Jacques?
I'm gonna come up to him and say, sorry, you gotta excuse my nephew. He just noticed that those coins were from West Lenya and he's always wanted to go there.
Alright, roll me, what was your diplomacy?
Sorry. 1.
Oh.
Yeah. The guy, like, totally snubs you and leaves. Doesn't say anything, it's like, keeps walking.
Alright, so...
You guys obviously stay there longer because you guys watched for 6 people and you're only in person number 3. So obviously you don't follow after him.
Yeah.
So wait, do you want to roll perception on number 4?
Yep. 19.
Not bad.
22.
Next guy comes in. He seems to be dealing in what seems to be old furniture.
He's just fucking carrying furniture in with him?
Lots of really small stools, like really short stools. Seem to be of dwarven make, probably. You guys would recognize that. Dwarven or...
Alright, I'd like to do the same thing with this guy that I did with the coin one. Just like, go up to him, like, do a diplomacy goal. Bluff, because I actually have something in that where diplomacy I've got nothing. But I guess
Kit was born to be a bad character. What are you bluffing about, Kit?
I guess I just want to like try and talk to him about these stools. I mean, it's not really a bluff because I'm like very curious about why he would have like a fuck ton of. Is he himself a dwarf?
Not a dwarf.
All right. Well, then can I like talk to him? Like ask him like where he got all of those super cool tiny stools from?
Yeah, they seem to be made of some sort of stone or mineral. They seem like very well made, like heavy. He had trouble dragging them in. They seem like for short, small stools, they seem very heavy. He pulled in like 4 of them. He wants a lot of money for these very fancy dwarven made. Like it's a very nice stone carving. Like they're very intricate. They have like clawed feet and very nice rose details and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice stools. He'll say his mom died.
Seems like those aren't the kind of thing that you can really like carry around very easily. That seems like the sort of thing you would need transportation of a large or wheeled sort in order to move around.
He says he came north of here on a cart from his mom's hometown.
Are there dwarves in your mom's hometown in the north?
He says he's not sure where his mom got these stools from, but she's dead now and he doesn't want them. Too heavy to drag back to his house.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the place that you come from in the north, your house or whatever, you like.
His mom's house is in the north.
Your mom's house in the north. I guess it must be one of the coastal towns because they're all fucking coastal towns.
Correct.
And so your mom probably, like, there's probably like a boat or something that brought those to your mom's town when she bought them.
He's not sure where his mom got them from. He just knows she's dead.
I know, but he didn't respond to there must be a boat in your mom's town part.
There's no port. The only port on Kelnar's and Tillworks. He doesn't know where his mom got this shit from. Now he's got these dumbass stools. Too short for him to sit on. They're really heavy. He's gonna cost him too much money to drag him all the way back to Tellworks where he lives.
Oh, you live in Tellworks, huh? Alright, we're done with this guy.
Alright, guy number 5.
Yeah.
21.
Woo! 14 and 11, so 25.
This guy seems to be selling a lot of esoteric books. Sort of like very religious texts that don't seem very important to you guys right away, but you would assume maybe followers of these religions might be very worthwhile texts because they seem to be like titles you haven't heard of. They're not like the main text of these religions or anything, you know? These are some like very rare religious books, basically, is what he seems to be trying. At least that's the message. That's what this guy's trying to sell them as. Whenever he's talking to the pawn shop owner, he's like, "These are very rare religious books. This is the tale of this and the tale of that." Not things you guys recognize, I don't think, unless you want to roll knowledge religion.
Give it a shot and see if I can squint and read anything. 15.
Nah, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, so Jacques doesn't know shit about religion. He's like, I don't recognize the names of any of these gods, or anything this guy's talking about sounds totally familiar. He sort of recognizes some of the names of some of the gods this guy's talking about, but the stories don't seem very familiar. Like, these don't aren't tales that you might have. I mean, your mom always did story time around the fire, and she was very open to talking about a lot of the deities, not even just the one, you know, she wanted you guys to have a very full experience of the world, and while she wanted you to follow Gozra because that was the god she followed, she never strayed from telling you or the other Kitsune about all the other gods, and their, you know, she told you guys about all the other gods existing and how they all live in these different layers and different planes and compete with each other and battle with each other in this eternal conflict, and they have their own game, I guess, that they play with us mortals. So your mom never strayed from telling you all that stuff. So she would recognize some of the names, but not really the stories. They're not tales you're familiar with. But she would recognize the names of most of the gods. Unlike your uncle, who is just uneducated.
Sorry, I'm so badass.
Never apologize for being badass, Scott.
Maybe he has knowledge of planes, so he could travel through planes to get back to another island or something.
Maybe you can go on a different plane completely to get to another island. I mean, can we just like start by maybe asking this guy where he's from and where he got the books from? Because he seemed like really cool or whatever.
Yeah, roll me diplomacy and say what you're gonna say. Yeah, so Kit walks up and is like, "Hey, I've heard of that guy before, but I've never heard of that story."
Oh, what?
I rolled a 24.
What do you say, Jacques?
Those books look extremely interesting. Where'd you get those?
Yeah, it's pretty friendly. I like that. What'd you roll?
13.
Yeah, Kit, this seems like your annoying kid nephew who's just too excited about these books again.
The world's so brand new and exciting.
Yeah. And you're like, "Excuse my nephew, but we are just very curious about your books." He says, "Yeah, I'm a book collector." He's like, "But my collection's gotten too big, and I used to be really into religion now. I'm more into politics and stuff, and so I'm trying to thin down my religion collection." He says, "I got these from all over the world, from different importers, I buy them at auctions, and he's just a big collector. So these are just some old books he doesn't want anymore."
He's a collector.
Yeah, he's more of like a book studier, scholarly kind of dude. We have one more person left, though, before we have to figure out our own way.
You guys did say you were watching 6 people, so I don't know why I would make it one people before the 6th one. That'd just be silly of me.
Yeah, then
you wouldn't end up watching till the 6th guy, and then it'd be pointless to make you do all these rolls. So, want to listen to the 6th guy?
Yeah, we have to, don't we?
Yeah, probably.
There you go.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. All right, later, bud.
Just follow this guy.
Okay, man.
You can do that too. Oh, you want to listen to the last guy roll me your last perception check number 6.
Alright, 22.
I'm rolling great tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26.
This guy seems to be an art dealer, an importer-exporter, who has a couple of speaking portraits that he has gotten from the city of Galbraith that aren't doing very well in his gallery, and he's looking to unload them basically to clear some space on his walls to bring in some new art from some more like local Kelnarn, like more primitive artists. This high-class Galbraith art isn't doing very well on this island. He took Hannah Hawk, who was supposed to be well-renowned, at least on the island of Linya. He's hoping to sell some stuff here, but it's not doing very well in this environment. So he's trying to unload some Hannah Hawks. He's got 3 Hannah Hawks to sell. The guy's offering him a little bit of money, but not a whole lot for these Hannah Hawks. He's acting kind of perturbed about not making enough money off of them. But he's an art collector.
Praise the paintings.
Yeah.
Trying to get on this guy's side.
Yeah, you can appraise them. Roll me an appraise.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah. You want to do one, kid, or are you cool with perception?
Nah, I'm cool with that natural 20.
Natural
actually.
20. All right. You, Jacques, will recognize one of the paintings as a painting of Jim Darling.
Yeah, Kit doesn't know who that is. So.
Yeah, you don't, but Jacques does. You'll recognize one of the paintings as Barclay. One of the paintings is not someone you recognize. You have to get closer and roll a perception check to read who it is, but it's a female.
I would recognize as that person.
It's a female, looks like elf maybe.
But I do know who Hannah Hawk is because she was a friend of Juan, and Juan would have told me stuff about her college days in Galbraith.
I don't know if she would have or not. I don't know how much information
She
Aunt gave you. Like that was you talked about the 2 days you guys hung out together was like when she went to college.
2
Knew
days?
the names of all of her friends.
Yeah, because I asked her all about her adventures. I mean, she left for college and like didn't really come back.
That's true. So maybe she did tell you about Hannah Hawk. So you might recognize the name
The
Hannah Hawk.
idea maybe behind.
Yeah. You're like that name sounds familiar.
But the important thing is that I would know that they're from Galbraith, and I know that that's on East.
You can roll me a knowledge geography
Which
to know
means
that
that
for
this
sure.
person-
You don't know that unless you roll it. This is a game that requires rolls.
It's a
Roll it.
what?
This is a game that requires rolls to determine what you actually know. You can't just tell me what you know.
So what? 3.
What's your
It's a
highest
fucking
one?
3. That's it.
What's your highest one?
Geography, Brian. That means nothing.
Oh, so yeah. Kid is not sure where it was from. Kid recognizes the name Hannah Hawk. I'll allow that, but it's not sure where Hannah Hawk's from. Just knows that name sounds familiar, but maybe it's because of the word hawk. He's
Dang it.
could just because he likes birds. But you guys know this guy's an art dealer, and he doesn't seem to think he's getting enough money for these Hannah Hawks, either at his gallery or this pawn shop. For the amount he paid for them, he thinks he should get way more.
I'm gonna tell him that you should be getting way more than that for that.
You're gonna walk up to the guy and say that
Yeah, I rolled a 20.
to the pawn shop owner or the guy or both.
Both.
All right. So the pawn shop owner acts kind of pissed off about you like telling his customers where they can get more money, but the guy that's selling the stuff seems she's like, yeah, where can I someone that's interested in buying some Hannah Hawks?
I'll buy it.
You're gonna buy all 3 of these paintings off of him for 100 gold each, at least. That's the minimum. That's the lowest he's willing to go. This guy's not even willing to give him 100 bucks. He's willing to go as low as 100 gold each. You get 300 gold. You have all 3 paintings. You gotta find a way to carry them, I guess, but you have a bag of holding. So do watch out. Your bag of holding has a weight limit. How much gold do you have in your bag of holding?
959.
I think your bag of holding is already over its weight limit. If it's a bag of holding type of one, which I think it is.
Dang it, Brian. You and your rules. Well, in that case, you should buy those fucking paintings so you get rid of 300 gold.
Yeah, it's less gold at least.
Yeah.
Content limit is 250 pounds.
Woo!
Wow. Okay, well, let me buy the paint.
Alright, so that's a little less gold. But I'm going to say your bag's still kind of bursting at the seams here. But you got 3 paintings, but now no place to store them, I guess, unless you carry them under your arm. But you got 3 paintings that talk when asked a certain 20 questions.
Okay, now
At this point, you guys have bought something off of a customer. The pawn shop owner seems kind of perturbed. And, like, you guys have been here for a long time and haven't bought anything.
Alright, well, let's leave. Let's walk this man to the door.
Yeah, you follow this guy out.
Or we're
After
walk
you
around-
buy 3 paintings off him, you follow him out, and he's talking about his art gallery that's also
Where
in
is it?
Teleworks. It's in Teleworks.
So would he be interested in maybe us transporting some other stuff back and forth from his other galleries or something in other places since he was like an art
He only has the one
dealer?
gallery in Teleworks.
But he has to like
He does import
Yeah,
art
there-
from other
yeah,
places, so
so-
you got these Hannah Hawks from somewhere. But I don't know why he needs you guys to do that. He already has people doing that apparently. So, what do you guys bring to the table? Hey, total stranger, I met in a pawn shop. Yes, I would love to hire you to work for me and transport valuable material for no reason. Make sure you tune in next time for No Reason for more. Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.